Hello, how are you? Helen Martin here from helenmartinonline.com. It's awesome to be live here with you today to talk about a really important topic. There are 5 things that you do not want to allow your life to be controlled by. So these are the 5 things that I'm going to talk about today on this Facebook Live, and it's really, really important to, hey Leslie, how are you? Great to see you on live as always. It's just so important to your happiness, your future, what you're getting out of life, what you're achieving out of life. Hello, Anita, how are you? So it's just something that I feel really passionate about, and I want to share this with you today so you can really ingrain this in your mind about what's really important and what are the things that you don't want to do to hold you back. So if you are with me live, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. If you're watching the replay later, just put the word replay down below so I can give you a shout out after the live. Hi, Arlene. Lovely to see you. If you're new to me, please pop the number 1 down below so I can give you a special shout out if you're new. And just to explain, hey Patricia, how are you? I help home-based business owners learn the necessary skills to bring their business online. So social media branding, lead generation, video marketing, those kind of things. But once a week, I jump on live and I talk about a mindset, personal development type topic because it really is 80 to 90% of your success in your business. So I'm here to teach you how to build a business online, but I can teach you all the skills under the sun how to do that. It's really what's going on up here that's going to make or break you, because majority of us walk around worrying way too much about what other people think, worry way too much about other people's opinions and judgments, and that often holds us back from what we really want to do. So it's something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm always working on becoming a better version of myself. And it's all down to how I think, what I believe, getting rid of negative beliefs that may have been there, since I was a child, those kind of things. So I'm going to talk about these 5 things that you don't want to allow yourself to be controlled by. Now, I've got notes today, and I'm going to try my hardest to read from my notes. Well, not read, but to keep me on point, because any of you guys that listen to me on my lives, you know that I always have notes and I very rarely look at them. But this is really, really important. So I want to make sure I don't miss anything in these 5 points. So I'm going to move on to sort of number 1. But before I do that, I just want to sort of put this in context in how majority of people live their life. So majority of people live their life by their circumstances, by what's sort of happening to them or what has happened to them in the past. And they're really at the mercy of what's happening to them and the people around them. So listening to people around them, not worrying about, upsetting anybody or what people think. So majority of people live their life at the mercy of their circumstances and other people. This is not the way you want to live your life. So we don't want to be controlled by what's happening to us. Stuff is always going to happen. Stuff we don't like is always going to happen. Things that are beyond our control that are bad are always going to happen. People are going to pass away and it's going to hurt. And it's going to, leave scars, perhaps. People are going to do the wrong thing by you. People are going to upset you. Stuff is always going to happen, and you've probably got a lifetime of it. There's probably things that have happened in your past that truly make up the person that you are today. Do you feel that in any way? If you feel that in any way, put the number 2 down below so I can, gauge whether you're understanding what I'm saying here. Something for me personally that I've hung on to for a very long time is, and if you've listened to me before, you would have heard this before, but I lost my mum to cancer when I was 14. My grandma died of cancer before that. My sister, who's only 18 months older than me, has just been through breast cancer. Thankfully, she's in remission at the moment, and hopefully everything's going to be okay. So we've got 3 generations of breast cancer. I'm a young girl. I lose my mum. Don't you think that's had a huge bearing on my life? Massive for a teenage girl to lose their mum. So I grew up very quickly. I grew up very independently, and it's a huge part of the person that I am today. But I used to almost hang my hat on that. Bad relationships or something. Oh, that's because I don't want to get close to anybody because anybody that I love leaves me. I avoided relationships. I avoided letting people get close to me because I just thought I was going to lose them. Mum was just the start of it. I've lost so many other relatives, and, we've only got one grandparent left out of myself and my husband. Like, we've just lost so many people, to passing away and cancer, and it hurts. Hi, Marie, how are you? Absolutely know where you're coming from. Thank you, Karen. Hey, Karen, how are you? So these things mold who we are, but we can't be a victim to them, to those kind of things, and we can't use it as an excuse. I can't walk through my life, and obviously I've let go of that now because I let somebody into my life and I eventually got married and I've had children, but for years, I would not let any male, any relationship into my life close enough that I'd get into a serious relationship. Years. Because subconsciously I'm thinking if I let anybody get close to me, they're only going to leave me. What kind of life is that? So the stuff that happens from, our circumstantial stuff is going to happen all the time. People are going to pass away. You might have a car accident. You might not cause it. Things are going to happen. Majority of people live their life by those circumstances. It's because what's happening to you that people get absorbed in. It's not my fault. Everything's going wrong. Woe is me, and you play the victim. So I'll say again, circumstances are always going to happen. It's how you think about those circumstances, how you perceive those circumstances, what you do with what's happening with those circumstances that's important. We can't play the victim to the stuff that's happening to us either now or in the past. We're going to go, okay, it happened. Yeah, my mum passed away when I was young. It's in the past. I can't change it. I can't ever bring her back. So I've got to learn to live my life and let people in and love people and eventually I did, and I worked it out, and I got married and had kids and all the rest of it. But we have to let that stuff go. But I'm telling you, majority of people live their life by their circumstantial things that are happening around them and play the victim to that. So you've got to take control of your mind. You've got to take control of your thoughts and let stuff go. And this will become more clearer as I talk about, the 5 things. The other thing is other people. Most people live their life at the mercy of other people. People stop themselves from taking action on what other people might think. Oh, I wonder what they're going to think if I do that. What if I get on a Facebook Live and I look like an idiot? What are people going to think? Who cares what other people think? They don't lead your life, you do. So the big downfall here in how majority of people live their life is during the circumstances like what's happening to them and not controlling their thoughts around that, and the people that are around them and the fear of what sort of other people think. Is this making sense? If this is making sense, send me some likes and loves and just let me know. Okay, so if you want to live a great life and you are in control of your life and your destiny, your relationships, your finances and your business, you don't want to be controlled by these 5 things. 1 is the past. You've got to let it go. You can't hang on to things. Hey Jody, how are you? You can't hang on to things from the past. I can't hang on to the fact that my mum passed away when I was a young girl. It's time to move on, and I did that. You can't hang on to somebody that's done wrong by you. What does that serve you? So that's number 1. I'll get onto these in a little bit more detail in a moment. But number 1 is the past. You've got to let it go. Number 2 is the opinions and judgments of others. You can't be controlled by the opinions and judgments of others. Number 3, your own limiting beliefs. They'll only hold you back. They can be buried from the past, admittingly. I'll talk about that in a moment. but you can't be controlled by your own limiting beliefs. I don't think I can do it. I'm not sure what I should be talking about. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm totally overwhelmed. Who's going to listen to me? I'm not successful enough yet, so I really can't get on live. I can't do this or I can't do that or blah, 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 blah. All the crap we tell ourselves, they're called limiting beliefs. So you can't be controlled by your own limiting beliefs. You have to get over that. When you believe you can achieve anything. The fourth one is relationships. I'll explain that when I get to it. And the fifth one is money. You can't allow yourself to be controlled by money. I'm not saying money is not important. Money makes the world go round. Money is very important, but you don't want to be controlled by money. And when people make decisions about money versus other things, it's the wrong decisions and it'll lead you down the wrong path. So let's go into those 5 things. This live is so timely, Karen. Cool. Jody, this is so true. Hello, Nicole. How are you? Lovely to see you on live. Okay, so let's get into those 5 things. And please embrace this. This is not really a business topic. This is our personal development mindset topic for the week. Please share this with other people. Please share this video with other people. Because the sad part of reality with people as they move through life is that they only hold themselves back through fear of what's happened to them in the past or through fear of what other people are saying, doing, judging, or their opinions. When we live our life from that space, you'll never really achieve what you want to achieve. Never. So it's really, really important. You guys know how passionate I am about this stuff, to let go of all this crap and just, it's going to take time and it takes a lot of work. But if your level of awareness of this is really, really high, then you've got the opportunity to change it. When you just live through life worrying about these things and not having a level of awareness, there's no ability for you to change when you're not aware of it. So why I talk about this stuff is to raise your level of awareness. So when you know that you're thinking these various things, you can go, oh, that's what Helen was talking about the other day. That's not cool for me. I know that's only holding me back. Get over it. The only way you can change bad habits is to have a high level of awareness and then think new thoughts to create new habits. That's the only way you can change your life. So if you have no level of awareness of these things, you actually have no ability to create new habits because you don't know you need to change the habit because you're not aware of it. Does that make sense? So, number 1, your past. Don't allow your past to control your present or your future. If there are things that have happened in your past that have hurt you, people have done wrong by you, you've had, really bad financial things that have happened. Maybe you've lost a lot of money. Maybe somebody has really hurt you or done something really bad to you, or, you've lost somebody like I have, whatever it is, you've got to let it go. People that hang on to resentment, I speak to people and they talk about family members. It might be a mother, a father, a brother or sister, and they haven't talked to them for 10 years because of something that's happened in the past, and they're still hanging on to it. Does that serve you? Do you think that serves you in your life or your future? Let me know, yes or no. Does that kind of thing serve you? Like me with my mum, it held me back with allowing people, even my friends. I had one of my best friends say to me many years ago, Helen, you've buried yourself in your career to avoid life. And I went, oh, I think you're right. Straight out of school, I went to uni. I did accounting first. Then I went into and did a Bachelor of Business Management majoring in marketing. Then I went back to do law and I got really, really sick. I got an illness, you might not know this about me, but I got an illness called Guillain-Barré. Guillain-Barré kills people. It's a virus that affects your nervous system, and I couldn't move my arms or my legs. Give me a moment. Scariest part of my life. I could not move. I spent 6 months in hydrotherapy, getting my arms and legs to walk again. I couldn't do it on my own. I couldn't put my arm up here. I couldn't brush my hair. I couldn't put my underwear on. Sorry. It could have killed me. I put myself in that position because I buried myself at university, studying after studying. After a number of months, I went back to work on a walking stick because it affected the left side of my body more than my right. So I went back onto a walking stick to try to get myself back in balance. And I went back to uni to finish law. I lasted 3 weeks and I went, what the hell am I doing here? I don't need to study anymore. I don't need any more qualifications. I've studied enough. Well, who am I trying to prove something to? Why am I living my life like this and pushing myself like this to the point where I got really sick that I could have actually died? So I know that, sorry, this is really unexpected. I didn't think I'd sort of go there, but thank you for your comments. We mould our lives by what's happened in our past. That was all related to the passing of my mum. I don't know why I push myself the way I do sometimes. I don't know why I felt like I needed 3 degrees from university. My dad loves me no matter what. If I pushed garbage for a living or, I got 3 degrees and became general manager of, the corporation that I did, he wouldn't care. So Dad wasn't pushing me. No one was pushing me except myself. So I was trying to prove something to the world. And I think deep down, I was just trying to prove to my mum that I was going to be okay, or I was going to make it, or I was going to be successful no matter what. Like, I still don't get it. I don't need to get it. It may not seem like it, but I have learned to let it go. And I've learned to embrace it, that it gives me the qualities of a person that I am today, and that's okay. But we can't look how many years I lived my life trying to bury myself in my career and study and whatever because I didn't want to let people in. I didn't want to let people close to me. How do you do that? You just bury yourself in your work. You bury yourself in trying to be meaningful or whatever it is that I was trying to do. It doesn't matter. So we can't live our life by the past. I was young. I didn't know how to work this stuff out. I didn't work it out until I was in my late 20s, many years after Mum passed away. But my pattern was already there. I was already studying. I was already working my ass off for my employer. I was already in the trenches, not dealing with whatever it is that I needed to deal with. So my point here with the past is that you can't let your past control your present and your future like that. If you've got stuff you need to deal with it. If you don't, it carries on your whole life. It has bad patterns of behavior. It may be the cause of your limiting beliefs. I don't know if I can do that. I've never been good enough. I've never been successful. All those kind of things. It'll hold you back for the rest of your life. So we've got to let the past go. And yes, it is what it is. Did it hurt? Is it still painful? Yes. Did it make me very sick because of the stress and everything I was putting on my body? Yes. Huge impact on my life. Not anymore. Do I miss my mum? You better believe it. Do I wish she was here? Absolutely. But I can't let it control my life anymore, and I haven't for a long time. Sorry. I just hope some of you can just resonate with my story there, and maybe something that's been holding you back that you need to deal with, and maybe you haven't yet. So the past is something that we don't want to hold ourselves back from. The second one is opinions and judgments of others. We can't let the opinions and judgments of others rule our life. But do you know how many times it does? If you're making decisions because you think it's going to make somebody else happy, it's the wrong decision. If you are not doing certain things because you're worried about what other people are going to say or do or judge you on, it's not the right thing to do. It's not the right decision. So if you are doing one of those things, either doing something that you don't really want to do, but you're trying to prove something to somebody else, or they've told you that would be the best thing for you to do, or you're not doing something and moving forward with something that you really want to do, but you're worried about what other people think, you're worried about their opinions and their judgments, you are not living your life for you. Who cares? They don't make you happy. The only person that can make you happy is you. Don't worry about anybody else. If you live your life for the opinions and judgments of others, or worried about the opinions and judgments of others, you're only holding yourself back from perhaps a wonderful future for yourself. Is it scary? Yep. Is it uncomfortable? Absolutely. Do you feel fear and uncertainty and overwhelm and all the rest of it? Absolutely. Not going to swear. You know what I mean. You know where I'm trying to come from. I say that in the nicest possible way. So when you worry too much about the opinions and judgments of others, you are only ever going to hold you back from being the best version of yourself that you can be. You will only thrive when you get uncomfortable. You will only really succeed in business when you do things that you really don't want to do. When you push through the fear and you go, it doesn't matter what they think, I'm doing this for me. This is my future. I'm jumping in deep end here. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it doesn't matter because I know that I'll never know what's on the other side unless I jump over the hurdle that I'm really scared to jump over. Can you resonate with this at all? If you can, send me some likes and loves. Put a comment down below if this is making sense to you. I just want to check my notes to make sure that I haven't missed anything. People pleasing is a curse. That's in my notes. And it should be avoided at all costs. You're not here on this planet to please anybody else but yourself. You're the only one that can make you happy and make yourself succeed. Other people can't make you succeed. Other people can't run your business for you. Like, well, people can help you along the way, but hopefully you hear what I'm saying there. Jody, you needed this video. Great. Leslie, I read that. Someone's opinion of you is none of your business. Couldn't have said that better myself, Leslie. Someone else's opinion has got nothing to do with you because it's a projection of themselves. So if you've got someone in your life that's negative on you, puts you down, the easy thing to do is feel reflective of that and get upset by that. But you know what? Their opinion is actually nothing to do with you. It's their opinion. When you realize that and you can let stuff like that go, like I've got friends that have been in relationships and they get hounded and beaten down and, verbal abuse and stuff like that. It's really, really hard not to be affected by that. I get it. But it's actually reflection on the person giving the opinion and the nasty person they are, not the nasty person you are. You can only let people hurt you if you allow that to hurt you because it's just their opinion. It's not reality. It's just their opinion. If you know who you are, you know in your heart that you are a good person and what you're striving for and what you're doing. What other people say and do and judge you for is nothing to do with you. Okay? Great point, Leslie. Thank you for mentioning that. This video came at a perfect time for me. Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, Mary. How are you? Lovely to see you on live. If you've just jumped on board, Mary, please go back and watch the beginning of this to get the context of, what we're talking about here. It's really powerful stuff. So, opinions and judgments of others. So, when you're doing things, ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to? Or am I doing this because I think I should be because of somebody else? The other question you need to ask yourself, am I not doing this because I'm worried about what other people think? That is a question you need to ask. If you're holding yourself back from doing something, why? Is it because the opinions and judgments of others? Is that what's holding you back? If it is, great, you've got a level of awareness. When you've got a level of awareness, you've got the ability to change. And really realize it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. This is my life. They don't pay my bills. I'm responsible for paying my own bills. So if I'm holding myself back from building my business in some way or doing things that I want to do because I'm worried about what other people think, just reality check there. Do they pay your bills? Would be nice, but they don't. So don't hold your own business back or your own financial potential back because of what other people think. Because remember, it's just what they think, doesn't mean it's reality. You only let things hurt you if you allow it in. Okay? So other people don't actually hurt you, you allow them to hurt you. I know that's a hard thing to sort of take in. It's like, well, but. You are in control of your thoughts. You are in control of whether you let somebody hurt you or not. Okay, number 3. Don't allow your life to be controlled by your limiting beliefs. What do you tell yourself about you? Do you think, I'm not good enough, I'm not successful enough, I can't do this because, I can't do that because, I can't walk into the gym because I'm too fat and I'm embarrassed. I can't do this in my business because I'm not successful enough yet, who's going to listen to me? All those things that run through your head are limiting beliefs. Hey Chelsea, how are you? So we need to be very aware of what your limiting beliefs are. Now your limiting beliefs can be buried deep into your subconscious. So you just do what you do because that's the only thing you know how to do. You think the way you think because that's the way you've always thought. You believe things about yourself that are so not true. So something happened in your past and you decided as a child, I'm not good enough. So you carry that subconsciously. You don't even know you're doing it. Subconsciously, you carry that through your life going, I'm not good enough. So then you get into the business world. You start a business. You're entrepreneurial. You want to do something different. Deep down, buried deep down there, you've got this limiting belief that you're not good enough. So one, you won't do what you need to do because you believe you're not good enough. And let's say you do have some success. You will absolutely self-sabotage your own success. People do this with weight and diets all the time. They'll go on a diet, follow a diet plan, follow a menu plan, get into exercise. They'll do that for a few weeks. They'll lose some weight. But they're not working on their limiting beliefs of why they were overweight in the first place. Why do you turn to chocolate? Because it makes me feel comfortable when I'm feeling down. People use food as comfort. That's the stuff you need to work on. Anybody can follow a diet plan, go to the gym and all the rest of it and lose weight. But if you don't figure out why you were overweight in the first place, you will put the weight back on. I have done this myself. So it's like, okay, I don't love myself anymore. I don't want to lose weight and I'll go on a diet. And you get committed to it and you do it for a few months and you lose a few kilos and then you get comfortable again. But you've never really sorted out that you don't really love yourself anyway. You've got all these limiting beliefs from the past. So those bad habits creep back in. The only way you can get rid of limiting beliefs is one, have an awareness. This is why I talk about this stuff. What do you really think about yourself? Do you look in the mirror when you get up in the morning and go, morning, Helen, love you? You don't. I don't actually say that. But, what do you see when you look in the mirror in the morning? Do you like you? Do you love you? If you don't, if you sit in your own skin and there are so many things you don't like about yourself, you've got limiting beliefs. And for whatever reason, I've got no idea. I've got my own limiting beliefs. Just got to, get rid of an alert there. So we've all got our own limiting beliefs, but where do they come from? They're probably buried. The only way, and the sad part about that is that you go through life doing what you're doing and just feeling this fear without being conscious of it. So you may always self-sabotage your success, even if you have some. So you have some momentary enthusiasm to go, I can do this. It's all right, I don't care what anybody else thinks. This is my life. I want to be successful. It's okay. And you have a rush of surgeons for a few weeks or something like that. And then you have some success and it's like, oh, this is so exciting. If you don't deal with your limiting beliefs, it won't last. Like people with losing weight and etc. If they don't really work out why they're overeating or whatever it is, it won't last. It's temporary. So the only way to get rid of your limiting beliefs is, firstly, have a great level of awareness. What do you say to yourself in your head? I said this, I think it was last week. You would not repeat to anybody, any of your friends, what you say to yourself. I bet you. So if somebody came to you and said, oh, my business isn't going that well at the moment. I know I'm holding myself back, and I've got this going on and that going on and whatever. You would not turn around to them and go, you're an absolute idiot. Why aren't you doing what you need to do? All the rest of it. Put them down. Say, well, you're never going to be successful anyway because you've never been successful in the past, and you just wouldn't talk to people like that. But we talk to ourselves like that. So get over it. Pick up on your limiting beliefs as they are happening. If you put yourself down, if you look in the mirror and say bad things to yourself in your head, if you're running your business and you've got all this stuff running through your head about why you can't do this and can't do that and whatever, they're all limiting beliefs that come from somewhere. Deal with it. If you don't deal with it, you'll never be successful. You'll never be truly happy. You'll never get over what it is that's holding you back. So really have a high level of awareness of how you talk to yourself. When you do, catch it. Go, oh my gosh, I've done it again. I've just, I hate myself for, what I ate or what I didn't do in my business or, whatever it is. Catch that and go, it's okay. I made a mistake. It's not wrong. Don't make yourself wrong for anything. Just accept it is what it is. Okay, I ate too much. We'll get back on track. The problem is everyone goes Monday, tomorrow. I'll start on the 1st. I'll really get enthused, like I'll get this out the way and then, I'll get into my business on Monday. I'll start the diet on Monday. Everybody's looking for Monday. Monday comes along and you don't do what you thought you were going to do. Oh, I'm actually, for the women out there, I've got PMT, I don't feel like it, I'll do it tomorrow. There's some kind of excuse. I've got gastro, I've got a sniffle, I'll do it tomorrow. Don't wait for tomorrow. You can make a decision right now to change your life. You can make a decision right now that you are going to catch your limiting beliefs and do your utmost best to turn those thoughts around. The only way that you will ever change your limiting beliefs into negative from positive is to catch your thoughts and think differently. When you do that over and over and over and over again, you'll change. It doesn't happen overnight. This does take a lot of practice. But if you're aware of it and you catch it and you change your thoughts into the positive and go, okay, I didn't do what I said I was going to do. That's yesterday. Today is today. We're moving forward. Remember, number 1 out of these 5 was don't let the past dictate the present or the future. Let it go. That's what was. I am now making a decision today to make a change for my life moving forward, and it starts now. Not next Monday, now. Who's with me on this? Put a yes down below if you're with me on this. So, just looking at my notes for limiting beliefs. Yeah. So when you believe anything is possible, it actually really is. When you are held back by your limiting beliefs, you're only going to hold yourself back in relationships, in earning the money you really deserve to earn, in, just doing the best that you can do in life. So you really need to make a conscious effort to think about this stuff. Karen, and the quickest way to improve your self-esteem, your self-worth, is to do what you say you are going to do. Follow through. So thank you for that, Karen. Rosemary, yes, absolutely. Nicole, yes. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for your comments. I really appreciate that. So number 4, we're almost done, relationships. If you are always needing somebody else in your life to make you happy, validate you, give you their opinion, tell you that you're loved, make it okay, then you're never truly going to be happy. People do this in relationships. So they get angry with their partner because their partner hasn't said thank you. Or their partner hasn't said I love you. Or their partner hasn't said I appreciate you. I mean, yes, we all like to hear those things, but whether it's a partner, a husband, a wife, a friend, a mum, a dad, a brother and a sister, a mentor, whatever, you can't wait for other people to validate you. You shouldn't need validation from another person to be happy within yourself. So if you need relationships with other people to reinforce you, you're never truly going to be happy in life. You should be comfortable in your own skin. If you're not, you got work to do. That's okay. 99% of walking the planet are exactly in that place, myself included. We're always a work in progress with trying to be happy within ourselves. External relationships and external things do not make you happy. Happiness is not external. Happiness comes from within. There are people that, I remember when I went to Manila a couple of years ago and went and fed some underprivileged children. They have nothing. They have hand-me-down clothes that are donated from whoever. They are the happiest kids I've ever come across. It was just amazing. We all, the people that were with me that in Manila, like we were just blown away by these kids. They have nothing. I met this one kid that had, through, infections and stuff that they get, they can catch as kids because they don't have medical supplies and, that kind of stuff, had this massive big sort of growth on his face. And he was the most beautiful, and he just wouldn't let me go. Just an amazing, amazing, amazing experience. My point is, you don't need things. You don't need material possessions. You don't need other people to make you happy. Happiness comes from inside. So that's something that we all need to work on, is more, loving ourselves more. And when you do that, you treat yourself kinderly. You treat yourself more kind, is what I'm trying to say. So Karen, change your inner world and your outer reality will change. Perfectly said. Thank you for that. Jody, I believe in the quote, less is more. Yeah, simple things. You don't need to fill yourself up with big houses and cars and toys and stuff like that. Does it make life more fun maybe? Yeah, temporarily. Does it make you happy? The wealthiest people in the world can be the unhappiest people in the world. Look at Robin Williams. Amazing actor, comedian, life of the party, movies, multi-millionaire, family, wife, children, a lot going on the surface of it all. We think he has got the ideal life. We look up to actors and people like that have got it all and think they're so lucky. Wouldn't their life be amazing? Robin Williams committed suicide. He was not happy. So happiness isn't about all these other things. Happiness isn't in other relationships. Happiness is in here. So the fourth one is relationships. You can't rely on other people to make you happy. It has to come from you and only you. And you should be able to sit with you and just you and nobody else and be content in your own little world. Relationships enhance your life. They don't make your life necessary. And you shouldn't need validation from other people to know that you are worthy or that you are a good person. I hope that makes sense. How are you finding this live so far? If you're digging it, you're getting some good information, just put the word value down below so I just get some feedback there. Now the last one, the fifth one. Sorry, this live is taking a bit longer, but I don't care because it's important. People can catch the replay if they want to. This kind of stuff is what makes or breaks people in their life, in their success, and their relationships and money and all the rest of it. So the last one is money. So this is what controls a lot of people, is their drive for more money. They want more money. So I'm not saying money's evil. I'm not saying money bad. Money is what makes the world go round. We all need money. And, majority of people don't have enough of it. So they concentrate on the money rather than concentrating on what's really important. So where it can affect people in a negative way is that they make decisions based on the money rather than based on the reason for getting the money or working for the money or, the validity of what it is that you're doing to make the money. Let me put that in better context for you. So like building a business online or even like a home-based business like network marketing. A lot of people fail because all they really care about is the money. They get into the business because they want to make money quickly. They want to spit it out, Helen. Quick, rich scheme, that kind of thing. So the focus is on the money. It's not about the products or how you can impact people in their lives. It's about making the money. When people come from that focus, especially business-wise, it won't work. If I got on my Facebook Lives and my Facebook page here and just pitched you something that I sold, just talked about, whatever it is, I want you to sell my stuff, do you think you'd listen to me for very long? Like if my motivation is all about money and what I can get from you, rather than what I can give you value on, my business wouldn't last and it certainly wouldn't grow. So people's motivations are often very wrong when it's only focused on the money. People will put themselves in unhappy situations in jobs, in employment, in what they do to make the money because it's all about the money. Now, obviously, there's survival. If the only way that you can make money in a particular point in time is to do this or that and whatever, and you don't love it, but it's a means to an end and it keeps your head above water, so be it. People need to do that. And I'm not putting down traditional employment or people doing things that they need to do. I've done that in my life. There's things that I've done and worked for money that, I've been, I told you earlier on this live, all that university that I did, I was working full time while I was doing full-time uni. I was mad. But I did the full-time work. Was it exhausting and was it full on and all the rest of it? Yeah, but it's what I needed to do to pay for my uni. University, going to college, whatever you call it in your country, is very, very expensive. So it doesn't mean I loved what I did. And I worked in cafes and restaurants and did all sorts of different things to raise enough money to do what I needed to do to get my education. So we do what we need to do sometimes to get what we need to survive. So I get that. But when your motivation is, like in business, like in the home-based business, network marketing, building a business online, if your motivation is money, your business won't last very long. Karen, getting and giving mindset, absolutely. Abundant versus scarcity mindset. People often get these things mixed up, absolutely. So when you lead with value, when you, have empathy and you show care for people and you care more about people and helping people and giving to people rather than getting something from people, trust me, the money will come. The money will come. When your motivations are in the right place and you're more interested in impact and helping people and giving value to people and caring about people, the money will come. When your motivation is more about how can I get a new customer? How can I get? So your focus is getting people. Just even think of that wording. You want to get people to join you in your business or to buy your things? Just assess the motivation there, even with that wording. You don't want to get anybody. You want to help people. You want to give people value and you want to impact people. We are put on this planet to make a difference, to impact people's lives and to make this world a better place. You're not put on this planet and you're not born to get something from somebody. That's not what we're here for. So money is very important. Sometimes we need to do various things to make money to get by. Longer term, whatever you are striving for, don't let money be the motivation to make a wrong decision. Worry more about impact and value than you are by putting your own hand in your pocket. What can I get from them? Who can I get to buy my stuff? That's not what the world revolves around and it's not going to bring you success. So be very careful of money as a motivation and don't let it rule your life. There are people with no money at all that are very, very happy. Have a think about that. We don't need, this is the same with relationships and material possessions that I was saying before. You shouldn't need anything to validate your happiness. Happiness comes from within. Money doesn't actually make you happy. Does it make life easier? Absolutely. Do you need money to pay bills and live and eat? Absolutely. I'm not degrading the value of money. But does money actually make you happy? Money is a piece of paper, a coin. It's a thing that makes the world go round. You can't hug that thing and it's going to emotionally make you feel better. The only thing that's going to emotionally make you feel better is what's coming from internal from you. So I hope you're seeing the difference there. I'm not degrading the value of money. But if money is your only motivation for happiness and success and stuff like that, it'll come from the wrong place. When you come from the wrong place, you'll never have abundance in it. You will have an abundance in money when your focus is on helping other people, giving value to other people, and the money will come. Listen to any guru that's successful about this. They've gone through the hard yards and had no money, changed their focus to helping people, giving value, all that kind of stuff, and the money comes. So the 5 things. We've got the past. You need to let it go. The second one was the opinions and judgments of others. Who cares? Let it go. The third one is your own limiting beliefs. Let them go. Work on them. It'll take time. You're not going to be able to just let go of your limiting beliefs because that's a lifetime of stuff that's buried. So you just need to start working on it. The fourth one is relationships. Other people don't make you happy. You are the only one that can truly make you happy. The last one is money. Money, yes, it's very, very important, but it's not where you want to come from. It's not your number one focus or your number one priority. Giving value and having an impact on other people's lives is where your priority should be, and the money will come. Okay, I have talked for a very long time. Some of you probably need to go to bed, go do something else, do something, valuable with your day. Please give me some feedback on, did you take at least one thing away from what I've said? Those of you that are on live and even on the replay, put the word, what word should I use? 2 words, one thing. Just put the words, one thing. If you got at least one thing from this video today that you think can help you be a better version of yourself, because that's my objective. And if you feel comfortable with sharing this video with other people, please do so. Because majority of people walking the planet are living their life by their circumstances and the opinions of other people. And when we do that, you really do not have an ability to be truly internally happy or really successful in business, finance, relationships, and life overall. So to those of you that have been on live, thank you for staying with me for this long. I really appreciate you guys that are tuning in and putting in one thing. That feedback is very important to me. So thank you, thank you for that. The rest of the week I will be, and thank you for letting me get vulnerable today on the live. I really didn't think that I would do that. But taking me back to that time where I couldn't walk is just a place I never want to go again. And so it's important to look after ourselves and our health and our mental health, not only our physical health, but our mental health, to make sure we don't get sick. So Jody, thank you so much. Helen, you're an inspiration. Well, thank you for your comment, Jody. I very much appreciate, your comment. So the rest of the week, I will be back to business. Tomorrow, I'm talking about, so you know that I've been to Las Vegas recently. Charlotte, one thing, and thank you. Thank you for your comment, Charlotte. You know that I've been to a conference in Vegas recently, and I said I wanted to bring you all the goods from the conference, so I'm going to do that for the remainder of the week. So tomorrow I'm going to share with you, one of the things that really makes or breaks people that are building a home-based business, network marketing business, direct sales, MLM online. So one of the speakers, her name is Julie Burke. You may have heard of her. She gave us a really powerful story from stage. So I'm going to share with you some of the information that she told us from Vegas, about the importance of branding yourself rather than your products. You may have heard me talk about that before, but I really want to hone in that tomorrow and share with you what she told us in Las Vegas, because it's really powerful. So some of the comments that are coming through, you are an inspiration in this video, helps so much, thank you. Oh, I love that comment, Nicole, thank you. Mary, thank you, can't wait to watch what I missed. Awesome. I do get a bit emotional, Mary, I even cried. But, sometimes we can't control these things, they just sort of take over, but that's okay. So you're amazing. I love you. I appreciate, all of you that jump on live, and I really look forward to if you can jump on live with me tomorrow. Hang on, what time? It's going to be an hour earlier than it was today. So I'll put on my page one of those, going live things, but it will be an hour earlier. than I was live today for tomorrow's live to talk about what I just explained I was going to talk to you about. So hopefully I'll see you all live on tomorrow with me. It'd be great to see you again. And once again, thank you for staying with me this long and listening to me. So I'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Bye.